Welcome back to the league that means nothing on Go Again Gaming.
Welcome back to Go Again Gaming, and welcome back to Round 5 of the League That Means Nothing 4. I am your voice of the league, Ian Holland, and today we have a very fun one. We have two of the top decks coming out of the recent ban list in a pre-ban format. We have Arachne Marionette, Mario, taking on the ever-shocking Oscilio. We have two veterans of the league, Matthew Kenworthy, better known as Madagon Teklo Vossen extraordinaire, taking on Sophia Romao, a Rainbow Pitch League winner and one of the premier wizards of the league that means nothing. Who's going to win? I don't know. All I can say is marks will be thrown around and sparks will fly. So let's throw over to the gameplay. Make sure you check out our sponsors as well and enjoy this game from the league that means nothing.
This game, A League That Means Nothing, is brought to you by FLUKE the premier international source for all Flesh and Blood singles and rip and ship box breaks, with super competitive shipping prices as well, all of which is priced in your local currency on the website for your convenience. Head over to FLUKEandBox.com and make sure you go and subscribe to Fluke and Box on YouTube as well. Exclusive to the League That Means Nothing, we also have a discount code. That's TLTMN for 15% off your order on FlukeandBox.com. That's one use per customer, so make sure you use it. That's discount code TLTMN for 15% off your order on FlukeandBox.com. Have a good day, mate. Wallabies!
Sophia rocking that League That Means Nothing playmat, Matthew sticking to his true colours as an assassin player. 40 versus 36. The 36 life, so appropriate when you see some of the crazy things Sophia has done in this league. Immediately activating Oscilio, discarding a blink to draw a card. Always impressive how you can just casually filter through the deck with Oscilio. Going to lead off with this Sigil of Brilliance. It's a pretty good start. Arsenal and pass. I notice Sophia using the old knocker by the looks of things. A pretty strong piece of equipment in this Oscilio deck. One that kind of sees a lot of play and allows you to just go off so early in the game. Leading with this Hunter's Clave is Matthew. Sophia electing to take one and become marked. And then in comes this Orb Weaver Spinneret, followed up with a Persuasive Prognosis coming in for 3, trying to disrupt Sophia's hand. One card in hand for Matthew, could be anything. Sophia blocking 6 here. Eclectic Magnetism and Current Funnel. I'm going to return both using that Electromagnetic Somersault. So both cards returned to Sophia's hand thanks to the somersault. Matthew gets to Arsenal and roll for Arachne. Arachne number 4 is bum bum bum. Funnel web, maybe? Or redback. Redback. There we go. Still trying to remember which ones. I only know the ones that really matter, which is Black Widow and. Yeah, no, Black Widow. Sophia drawing off Sigil of Brilliance, leaving the arena. Obviously was not ready to go off, otherwise may have used the Flash of Brilliance headpiece to start this off. But here we have Electrostatic Discharge from Arsenal. Trigger Volzar. And pitching for this Eclectic Magnetism. So this is coming in for 8. On this chain link, Sophia may play a non-attack as an instant. And then we get Etchings of Arcana coming in here. Amp 2. So this is coming in for 5. A being 2. Taking the 3. So we get no Surge, but then we're adding a Shelter of the Storm to our Eclectic Magnetism. Taking 1 from that. Sophia gets an Arsenal. Looks like Matthew's redback isn't quite getting there anyway. But sure, who needs it when you just have a Leave No Witnesses as the last card in your hand? One of the best cards in the Assassin Toolkit, coming in for 4. On hit, banish a card from Arsenal and the top card of the deck. So we're going to commit a Comet Storm and a Flittering Charge to blocks here. Oscilio, happy enough to play a fairly patient game, waiting to find all of the combo pieces needed. Pitching a Mind Warp to just Comet Storm, 5-ball you. Makes sense. Noted Matthew is running 2 of the Spell Void / AB equipment that Assassins got their hands on recently. Pretty powerful stuff. Looks like we're pitching into it, taking 3 of the total. Sophia moving to Arsenal. Just chip-shotting here. Drawing up. And then comes this Mark of the Black Widow. If it hits a marked hero, they banish a card from their hand. Sophia obviously is still marked. So we're going to block 3 and then 4 using our Lightning Greaves. That's all 3 Eclectic Magnetisms gone. Matthew gets to roll 4 Arachne, returning to Arachne Redback. Flittering Charge coming in here for 4. Immediately met with a Shelter from the Storm. Sophia closing the combat chain and passing. Nothing more to commit there. Matthew left with 3 cards in hand for the first time in a little while. Might have something to do here. And indeed, we do have something. We have a Kiss of Death, which can go again thanks to Redback. Or we could just Stains to the Redback and give it go again either way. So it is 6 go again here. Following up with this Hunter's Clave, trying to keep Sophia marked. Sophia going to sink below, sinking a card, drawing a card. Matthew forgetting his flick knives. If Sophia survives at 2, Matthew, I will give you so much grief the next time I see you. In comes Blast to Oblivion. Let's see if we have anything. Sophia looks like she's just trying to sculpt a really powerful hand here. Find some sigils, maybe. We have our. Oh, here we go. Band card. Kick him out. Bonds of Agony. Coming in here for 1 with 1 onboard reaction. So Matthew probably holding at least 2 reactions in hand. Looks like we're committing 2 cards to blocking here. A flick knives coming out, flicking a clave to mark Sophia. Reaction number 1. Which will also increase the power of this Bonds of Agony because it is stealth card attacking a marked hero. Then we're going to follow that up with a Stains of the Redback. And there we go. We're banishing a. We're going to play a Sigil of Conductivity, taking the damage, but no cards in hand to banish for bonds. Going to banish a current funnel with the Justinic. Just a chunk of damage going to be taken. Reveals the cards to Matthew and then shuffles the deck and passes. So this is just going to be a pass for Sophia. Continue sculpting. In comes Hunter's Clave for 1. Just a simple hunter's clave. What could possibly go wrong? Sophia choosing to take one here. Get marked. We're going to discard a Reaper's Call as well, just to make sure we're marked. Oh, Matthew, not a good hand at all. So, are we rolling? Don't forget to roll for Arachne, Matt. There we go. Mandatory trigger can't be missed. Number 3, Funnel Web. This is the one that blows up arsenals, which isn't nearly as useful as you think because you can play around the onboard trick most of the time. Sophia leads with a Sigil of Lightning. Yes, so that will blow up on her turn, ending Matthew's turn with the Sigil of Lightning. Oh, sorry. Number 3 is Orb Weaver. Number 2 is Funnel Web. Orb Weaver, pretty good. In comes Gone on a Flash. So we have Volzar at 1, Gone on a Flash coming in for 4. We might be seeing some sparks fly here. We might start seeing a combo. Nope, we're just going to blink, regain an action point, return the Gone on a Flash. So we're up to 2 action points. Volzar currently at 2. Back out with the same Gone on a Flash. Coming in for 4, going to 1 action point this time. Volzar goes to 3. Now we're going to Inertia Trap. No trigger, so no inertia will be generated. But it will cover 3, and Matthew will take 1. We're going to Shock. Mapping this shock with itself. So that's going to come in for 5 here, returning the Gone on Flash. Still at 1 action point. Five is taken. And then in comes this Gone on a Flash. This is coming in here for 4. Goes to the graveyard. Arsenal card. Sort of a mini combo turn. Got a couple of cards off math, but nothing crazy. So we're coming in here for 6 off with a Infiltrate. On hit, banish a card from the top of the deck. So now we're going to take up the mantle. Interesting and powerful card. Let's see what it becomes. Having blocked just 2 here. it's going to become a persuasive prognosis. So currently it's 4. So I don't believe the buff from Arachne carries over. Either way, here's a fate foreseen. But it looks like we've got a full cover anyway. In comes this Blast to Oblivion for 4 go again. Playing out that Sigil of Conductivity, nothing to return. Just playing it out, getting a little bit of amp from Volzar. To Mind Warp here for 4. Forcing Matt to give at least 1 resource to prevent some damage. Ah, just checking. Yes, I was in fact wrong. I am not too familiar with assassin cards. It's not a lot of what I play. So, yeah, good thing Sophia had enough to cover it. But here comes a Kiss of Death for 8, +1 from Marionette, +4 from Savor Bloodshed. So this is coming in for 8, go again. 8, on hit, go again. On hit, -1 life. On hit, draw a card. So Sophia just going to fate foreseen here. Saying, you can have the card, I'll take the damage. It's a lot of defense reactions in Oscilio here. Oh. And a sink below. Maybe I was incorrect. Sophia just checking if it was worth sinking and has decided to sink, covering 8 entirely. '19 playing 18 here. Got a lot of game left to play. In comes this Gone on a Flash, coming in for 4. We know it's not the go off turn, otherwise they would need more cards in hand. Going to block with this Bonds of Agony. Good news, because it tells me Matthew does not have a ton of reactions. Going to return the Gun on a Flash with a blink. We're going to arsenal it. Everything is kind of set now for Sophia to pop off. In comes Graphene Chelicera, whatever. 2 go again. You probably take the damage. Let the mark. Oh no, it's not. It's only 1 because it is the Tarantula, but you will lose a life when it hits you. Take the damage, lose a life. Remove the mark. And then in comes this Hunter's Clave to go again. When this hits a hero, mark them. Take it, lose the life, get marked. Oh boy. Mark of the Black Widow coming in, threatening to take a card out of Sophia's hand. Sophia thinking, do I block? We can surmise that maybe Matt has exactly one reaction. So that's why the bonds got blocked with. Can Sophia go off with just, take up the mantle? This can now become a kiss of death. So we got our +3 here from this take up the mantle. Oh, it's just becoming another copy of itself. We don't have to banish the card, you know. You can just clump +3. So 6 damage taken. And banishing a blast to oblivion. I would like to note that we have now missed 4 total damage worth of flick knives value. Killing me, Matt. In a good spot, but still. Alright, in comes Flittering Charge, coming in for 4. It's obviously not the hand. Blocking with Mark of the Black Widow. Playing out this Channel Lightning Valley. Gaining go again. Dealing 1 damage, drawing a card. Volzar at 2. Pitching a channel for Command and Conquer. That'll do. So 6 coming in here. Just a big 6 ball of damage. Committing 3 block here, taking 3. Channel gets to stick around now. Sophia, 2 cards for Matthew. Hunter's Clave being committed to attack. Pitching a Mark of the Black Widow. And then Matthew just going to the end, turning into Orbweaver Arachne. Now Sophia is pretty set up here. Pitching a current funnel into this eclectic magnetism. Coming in for 5. 5 block is committed. using 1 resource for this Lightning Greaves. So any instants now generate action points because they have Go again. Returning the Eclectic Magnetism, gaining an action point. And then replaying the same Eclectic Magnetism, coming in here for 5. No longer have our big Gone in a Flash combo turn, but with an opponent at 14, it's not the most relevant thing in the world. Matthew, 2 cards in hand, card in arsenal, committing a Lair of the Spider and a Sink Below to blocks here. So 7 blocking 5. Does Sophia have the non-attack to play as an instant here? She does not need to. So we're going to go Amp 4 with Volzar, and then send in this shock for 5 over the top. Gaining an action point. Drawing a card for Channel Lightning Valley. And then sending in our Gone on a Flash for 4. Matthew choosing to block with the Mask of Deceit. Because Sophia is marked, he gets to choose which Arachne he becomes. Looks like, yeah, we're becoming Trapdoor, going to go get a trap. Fun fact about this, once you pick up your deck to search, even if you do not have a trap, you do not have a choice, you must banish a card. So card banished face down as a trap, and you may play it until the start of your next turn. And we do have a Lair of the Spider. There is no Go again, so there's no mark trigger, not that it matters. Sophia arsenaling Matt down to 9. Sophia at 7. Channel Lightning Valley is gone. Draw 4. Card in arsenal. Let's see what this Arachne has to say. Sends in Leave No Witnesses, which is pretty good. Sophia may or may not care about that arsenal. We know it's not a Gone in a Flash, or at least not one of the ones we've seen already. We're going to cycle with Oscilio, getting rid of an instant, drawing a card. And then it is in fact a fate foreseen, so you do get rid of it, just not in the way that you wanted to. 4 blocking here, arsenal, and we are opting to the bottom. Pretty good position here for our Oscilio. Going to start with a Sigil of Brilliance. And then send in a Command and Conquer. That works. 6 damage is 6 damage, baby. 6 block committed, a Justinic and a Tarantula Toxin. Sophia moving to Arsenal. Drawing up. 2 cards in hand for Matt. Starting with this Graphene Calicera coming in for 2. Go again. Two, go again. 1 card in hand. And we have pitched a shelter, so it's probably not a blue. Sophia electing to take 2 here. Closing the combat chain, removing the mark. And then playing Codex of Frailty. Tough, tough, tough. Matthew, I assume, going to get a leave no witnesses, the single best option here for nearly every assassin. Also presents lethal thanks to those flick knives. Coming in here for 4. Let's see if Sophia has. Yes, so we're going to use the secret mode on Old Knocker here. Going to use it to block 1. Blocking for 4 total, and then going to return the current funnel and play a second Sigil of Brilliance. Current funnel to hand. Good spot to be in. Going to crack our Ether Bindings for the 3rd age. When both sigils leave, we draw a card and amp 1. Sophia now with 6 cards in hand? 5 or 6 cards? I wonder if we'll be able to squeak out 9 damage from 5 or 6 cards. We're going to start by discarding a card, cycling for Oscilio. Going to start with this Shock. It's currently amped by 2, so this is coming in for 3. And putting a counter on our Volzar. Alright, pitching 2. Have the option of cracking some Spell Void. I've chosen not to. Looks like we're over pitching for a Comet Storm Shock. So we're pitching for a Comet Storm and Shock. Shock for 1. And then Volzar pumping the Shock, the Comet Storm side of this all the way up to 7. 7 Arcane, which is not lethal. But Matt is going to commit some cards to the pitch zone here and some amount of his Spell Void to prevent 3 total, taking 4 down to 4. Still in a precarious enough spot here with 2 cards, but Oscilio starting to run out of deck. So what are we going to do next? Looks like we have one, maybe a handful of cards left for Sophia. Matthew, obviously plenty of cards to go. So Graphene, Calycera coming in here for 5, which is lethal. Matt with 1 card in hand here. Can Sophia survive this turn? Does she have the damage left in her deck to win the game outright? So 1 damage being dealt here with this Hunter's Clave. For the mark, putting the damage on this up to 6. Is Sophia going to 1? Sophia is in fact going to 1, drawing a card, removing the mark very importantly. Arsenal for Matt. Sophia playing out this Sigil of Lightning. I would like the record to show that Sophia should be dead here if someone had learned to use their flick knives earlier in the game. Here comes Blast to Oblivion, coming in for 4 go again. 3 go again, in fact. It's a yellow Blast. Sink below just snapped off right there. Sinking a card. What do we have for Sophia now? Full Zara activation. And Command and Conquer. Six block committed here. Matt, 2 cards in hand. Playing this Codex of Frailty. Activating Oscilio. Discarding Channel Lightning Valley. Drawing a card. I do not believe there is a way here for Sophia to get out of this. Matt gets back a Leave No Witnesses. We're just going to try and take the last of Sophia's cards. Plus, Flick Knives with that Graphene Calicera will end the game at the minute an attack is committed to. Sophia getting back Command and Conquer. Discarding another Channel Lightning Valley. Leave No Witnesses coming in here for 4. Sophia committing the blocks. Flick Knives sending this Graphene Calicera in for lethal and ending the game in a way that only Assassins and, Syndra can really do. Congratulations, Matthew Kenworthy, and I am pretty sure you're online for a top 8 spot after this round 5. Commiserations, Sophia Romao. Didn't quite get everything to come together for Oscilio this game. Even so, congratulations. Table 3 after 5 rounds means you've been doing something right. Congrats to both our players. What we didn't get to see the sparks fly, but we did get to see Mario do Mario things. If you enjoyed this video, if you love the league, that means nothing, make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment down below. Tell Az how much this league, that means nothing, means to you. And make sure you subscribe and have your notifications enabled so that you get all of the League That Means Nothing content directly to your YouTube notifications. I have been your voice of the league, Ian Holland. My name can be found all over the internet at findthosspirit.bsky.social or findthose_spirit on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one.